more depth all the great work you're doing when I get back, and because all of you, indeed, truly, and the judges have said this, and in true honor, you should celebrate. And I know inevitably we go back and say, well, wait a minute, we're going to have 3 colleges come out of here so excited, and we're going to have other folks say, you know, don't do that. I know that's easier said than done. I used as an example the other day, since we're at University of Florida, about being on the coaches, you're on the Hall of Fame list. So it's an honor to be on the list, but you never be named for years. What I want to do, though, is for those of you that this is your first opportunity, we'll just to say just a moment about to ensure the integrity of this process and how prestigious this is for you and your institution. As I mentioned in the beginning, the purpose of the Community College Futures Assembly, it is an independent policy summit. Our co-sponsors are by invitation. They have specific roles, and based upon the critical issues that have been identified at the summits we hold, in your programs, that's what drives our call for nominations for next year's Bellwether Awards. Over the history of the awards in 23 years, we have recognized something like over 600 colleges as Bellwether finalists. And based upon the work in that area, and again, of those 30 each year in the 3 categories, there's only 1 winner. In that process for nominations, we usually send out and receive over 1,000 nominations. Those could be various sources, previous winners. In many cases, this has become an award of awards, truly, because it's being honored and selected by your peers. So this is an extremely high honor, and we're really proud of all the accomplishments and the great work you're doing. I have to say, community college education, that's my area, my specialty, my field, my career. In terms of our doctoral work, these awards have enabled us and you to really celebrate the islands of innovation out there. For those of you who are not the ones who always show up in the national press for the great work you're doing. And oftentimes I have to admit, even though this is my discipline, I may not have heard of your institution. You know, there's 1,200 institutions out there who are doing phenomenal work, which is part of the purpose of the awards. As a result of this, we have had colleges say, and we make, in addition to the individuals who are selected in cooperation with the Association for Community College Trustees, the winners have an opportunity to present and further disseminate the results there. There will be webinars. Same is true with the Association of Community Colleges. The same is true with co-sponsors that we have. We want to make sure that we celebrate you and your great accomplishments so other colleges consider replicating them. Additionally, regarding one of the things that it's important for me to tell the story, once the nominations all come in that you provided, as you're very much aware, you have the option to provide supplemental material, but those final selections for you being here, it's selected by our wonderful co-sponsors, the National Council of Continuing Education and Training in the instructional area, for workforce development, the National Council of Continuing Education and Training. And I think I just repeated myself, the National Council of Instructional Affairs for our academic affairs. And in Planning, Governance, and Finance, the National Council of Community Colleges and the state directors. So it really is competitively selected on a criteria by your peers. We then go out and say, you're provided to have the opportunity to have supplemental material. We have had institutions come back umpteen times to try to win this award, and they never won it. And they come back and see the quality of them, and they say, oh, they go to one of your sessions, and we're in trouble. We thought we prepared. We have other institutions, first time out, because as long as supplemental material's optional, as long as your presentations and all that, we've had colleges win without supplemental material. The integrity of the process, at one point, since I was former past president, when I was in Texas, the National Council of State Directors of Community Colleges, I came to Florida. I was accused by one of my former colleagues that only Florida institutions win these awards. In the history of the awards, there's only 3 Florida institutions. So I have to now give an annual report to the state directors. This is an aside story, which is true. I'm not exaggerating. I was going up telling this story at the trustees meeting, and I was giving this report and the integrity of the process, because we also ensure there's no even perceived conflict of interest, because the high integrity of the process of that prior to the final judging. So anyway, I'm going up the escalator, I'm telling a story, and someone says, overhear that and says, Dale, I've been to, participated in it, we valued it. All that means is all folks are going to be angry because they didn't win, but you're doing the right thing. Just keep on doing it. But so anyway, with that assurance, but at the same time, we're committed to that quality, the assurance to promote and facilitate you and the great work you're doing in recognition. So with no further ado in that process, what I would like to do at this point is call upon Muriel if she would